Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Hey, it's Young Motivators here, and you're back again with the relationship panel discussion. Why are you laughing, man?
The way he always said it, it's like I expect relationship goals. So when you say partner, it's like this guy, he missed the point. Yeah. By the way, shout out to Mika Todd. I've not watched the relationship goals, but I just guess.
Why haven't you watched it?
Like none?
Yeah, no. I watched the first series, but I didn't.
The Reloaded.
Oh, okay.
The Reloaded, yeah.
It's really good. I've watched it and I'm reading his devotion, man. It's pretty good. You guys, you should check it out. Anyone out there, right?
I just finished the devotion actually. It's like 5-star rating. Gave it a 5-star rating. It's so good.
Why are you still single though?
All right. So this time around, it has been like 6 months right now past since we had the first episode of Relationship Panel. And now we're here 6 months later. A lot of people has been commenting in our videos, and some of them have been asking about when is the next one? When is the next one coming out? So here we are, the next episode, the second episode of Relationship Panel. But things are not the same right now.
Yeah, we've had
A lot has changed.
a lot of things. Not much has changed with some of us, but
Somebody betrayed us.
in 1 week. It only took 1 week.
Only 1 week, guys. 1 week.
After the first video came out, we found out something. Sibu, would you like to tell everyone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It reminds me of when Jesus' disciples, that guy that betrayed Jesus. When Jesus was telling
You're
them,
saying I'm Judas?
Judas. I think somebody was watching. I think somebody was watching our first episode of Relationship Panel, and he was just sitting there and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go after that girl. She's single and she's ready to. I'm not go."
He's pointing at me, right?
Not you. And I'm pretty sure this guy even commented in one of the videos.
I mean, for you, maybe somebody watched it and the person will come, but then
Apparently someone roasted me
He's saving
instead.
money for a flight ticket to come to.
It's time from Nigeria.
Someone roasted me instead, actually. So that's what I get.
Thank you for that too.
Thanks.
So what happened to you, Sibu? Why did you betray us?
Why not?
Why?
I mean,
Oh.
It's like, how did you, not why? How did you betray us?
okay, I got engaged.
Congratulations.
I mean, it's a good betrayal, right?
It is.
Yes, it is. It is.
I'm still salty about it because we literally said after that, we had a conversation after the first panel, you and I, and we're talking about it, and you were like, we're courting, and I was like, oh, cool, like courting, thinking, oh, they're about to go into like a proper relationship. 1 week, he asked her to marry her, and I was like, oh, so that's how you do dating these days, is it? Wow.
Show us the ring. Show us the ring. Show us. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
And by the way, that was like their engagement was like one of the most beautiful things ever.
Exactly.
There was
Okay, let me
music,
just clarify,
man.
guys. These two sung at the proposal. That's why they were involved.
I
That's
mean,
why they're saying.
Not only,
I'm so in love. Even when you don't have boyfriend, you can just sing. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I'm so in love.
man, the way he even proposed, she cried.
Of course.
She was crying like a baby. Crying. She said yes.
If you guys want to see that video, you can actually check it out. I will share the link here. Check it out. It was the best proposal I've ever seen, to be honest, in my age.
That's emotional.
It was amazing. It was great.
I've seen better.
Look at that.
She's just salty.
Somebody needs to take that out from our group.
Now you are the Judas. White Judas.
leaving the group chat.
But that leaves us with one question. What's wrong with us? 3 of us. 6 months, guys. It has been 6 months. There's not even a scandal. There's nothing happened to us. What's going on?
That's a good question.
Yeah, GP.
What's going on? Are you still clean, GP?
Yeah, by God's grace. And it's getting hard day by day, but God is seeing me. God has been my medicine, keeping me straight.
So many guys in there.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why. I know you. If I ask you, you're gonna be like, I've not met the one yet. But you have a lot of girls in front of you every day. You see them, even in church. When you lead worship, a lot of girls raising their hands. They're like, Mika, I'm here.
Look at this, no ring
Don't
on
do
the
that. They
finger.
say Jesus, Jesus, not Mika, Mika. That's why I ain't going for after them.
Yeah, so I don't know. What about you, Kate? What's going on?
I don't know. Can you tell me? I still can't. I can't work it out, guys. What's wrong with me?
No, I think the best question is what's wrong with them.
I mean, it's really lack of choice, to be honest. I think that's like the biggest thing.
I'm not offended.
Yeah, maybe there's somebody out there, but he's kind of intimidated. Just like you said, or you always say that you want a stable guy, so they're waiting for their life to be stable first before they approach this amazing.
Does that mean I have to wait till I'm 30 though? Like the stability. When does it come, guys?
How old are you?
Like,
We're gonna jump to that question. We're gonna jump to that question, and this is what brings us to this question of today. And guys, if you haven't seen the first episode, please go and check it out. It will help you so much to understand what we're gonna talk about in the second episode. So please go and watch right now. All right, stop right now, go watch, and come back. Continue to watch this one.
We'll wait for you. Let's wait.
That's enough. So the first question, it's finding the one. It's about finding the one. And I think this is the perfect question for you, Sibu.
Okay.
Because before you were single, ready to mingle, and now you have the one. You're about to get married soon on September. Oh, yeah, pretty much mingling. So this is the question that everybody...
are you Australian? Because that's like something that we would do. We would say.
I've been your friend for almost 1 year right now. So.
I think I'm rubbing off on you a bit too much.
Yeah, finding the one. I'm really curious. I'm getting old. I'm 28 Korean age right now. And yeah, very old. GP and Katie, pretty much the same thing. And yes, 2 years younger than me. But this is kind of question that everybody has, especially for youth like us who wants to be in a serious relationship and eventually getting married. That how do I find that person? Like, because I've dated, I met a couple people before, but it didn't end up well. And here I am. I'm single, and days are running, age, year after year, Corona came, and I'm like, when is my wife is gonna come? Man, I don't want to die like this alone. I want to have somebody, and I'm talking for everybody out there. This is not just specifically to me, but as young motivators and as this relationship, I will always talk to people out there. So we're bringing those topics here inside to discuss and to kind of like find a solution for us. So. If you can share with us a little bit of your journey and how did you know that Bishop, he is the one?
Okay. All right. So, first off, I don't really believe in the whole thing of saying there is the one. Yeah. I believe love is a choice, because if you try to say there's someone who God meant for you in your life, right? This like A is meant to get married to B. Then if B messes up, then the whole thing is just like a mess, right? Yeah. So I don't really believe in the whole thing of saying this is the one God meant for me. But I believe it's a choice you have to make on your own. And also like actually deciding to love someone is a choice which you make. So like you're saying, like maybe you have been in relationships where you actually think that this is going to work out and you end up getting married, right? I have been in like that kind of a relationship. Actually, like most of my previous relationship, I was always serious about it and I was hoping to get married, right? Because I didn't want to fool around, right? But it didn't work out, right? So, but that doesn't entirely mean that we couldn't have ended up getting married, right? Like just the circumstances made us decide not to get married. Yeah, so I don't really think it has more to do with like feelings, but it's more of a choice you make. So like even if I look at my fiance now, I could have made a decision based on like certain things that I don't like about him, and like, no, I cannot get married to him because he's not as perfect as I expect him to be, right? So I made the choice that, okay, I love you, and I'm going to love you, and I'll continue to love you, and I'll continue to be committed to you, right? So it's more of a choice than more of feelings, and that's what I feel like most people in this day and age, they don't really realize that, right? Yeah, it's okay to feel like butterflies the first time you meet someone, but it has to go beyond that, right? Okay, so the question about like how I realized he was the one, I mean, for me, it came, we knew each other for like a really long time, right? And deep in our hearts, we knew we wanted to end up being together, right? But I had to get a confirmation from God to say, this is it. I needed that anchor to hold on to, like, let's say now when you're married and then you have like these tough times and all that, I need something to hold on to say that, okay, if marriage is being so hard on us, or like let's say the relatives and everything is just like hard, I need something to hold on to say, God, say this is it. Yes. So I can always turn back to that. Yeah. So that's like, that was it for me. Like when I had that confirmation, I was like, you know what, this is it. That's when we even started like the courtship journey. Yeah. So for
It
me,
took a long time to get there as well, right?
took a very long time. So it also needs like just like the patience and trusting God that He knows what He's doing, like in your life whilst you're single. Yeah. So I hope
That's really good. That's amazing. That's great. That's good. That's good. So the same question, but in a different perspective to GP, you know. My brother, GPM.
Now's the time.
You, GP, why is it so difficult for you to finding the one? Why?
The one. In case you didn't listen to her, she said like she
I want to hear you, not her. You. We already know what she said, but you, GP.
Like I also really am so much in support of her own perspective about the one. Like I also don't believe in the one. And she said like it takes decision to decide that I want to be with this person. So for me right now, at this time and at this point of my life, I think it's difficult for me to decide to be with anybody. Like why? Because it takes a lot to decide to be with somebody. Like I don't want to bring somebody into my life right now and then she comes in my life and then right now I would say even to myself my life is uncomfortable, right?
So you're telling me for the past 6 months you didn't try to pursue anyone to bring in your life?
For the past
I'm just curious. Because you say you don't want to bring anybody to your life right now because of where you are at, and so I'm just.
I mean, outside the fact that yes, it's difficult to make this decision. There are some decisions your hormones make for you. Am I making sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Yes.
You understand, right? You too.
like that needy of. Like to be with somebody, like human nature.
Feeling versus thinking,
exactly.
essentially.
That need to hug someone, need to just share your day-to-day
You're
life
more
with
of a
somebody.
feeling person in
I am.
personality-wise.
And I'm as a guy, I'm hopeless romantic. I don't know if you know this about me. I know I look strong, but I'm really into romance.
Sorry, I couldn't help but roll my eye just then.
He's in the interview.
Yeah, so to answer your question, what was the question again?
It was just finding the one.
Finding the one.
Why does it seem like mission impossible for you to finding the one?
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought you would be like da 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 da. My relationship is not dead in Jesus' name. It's gonna come back to life. So actually, to answer your question, I think the reason why it's difficult is because I'm trying to for now, I don't think that I'll be able to maintain this particular kind of girl I want. Like, okay, there's this quality I want in a girl. Like I want a girl to be I want, let's say, anyway, let's say for example, I get a really responsible girl and I'm bringing her into my life. Like, what am I offering her to make her stay? Like, I'm tired of one night stands. I'm tired of. I mean, you taught me how to. You taught me one night stand, but I'm tired of it.
Do I look like your teacher?
So it's like right now, it's like, do I have what it takes for a girl to actually not only come into my life, she will peep into my life and then see something that, oh, I can actually live with this guy. I can actually live in this life, and then actually come into my life. It's rather than bringing a girl into my life, it's making her stay. So I don't think I have that yet.
So you're saying that you're good at bringing girls into your life. You just have a hard time
I'm good at
making
it.
them stay.
I mean,
then you're gonna have to make a promise today.
hey, I already made 6 months ago in the relationship. The first.
And then what happened?
And what happened within those 6 months?
Nothing.
You crashed it. You crashed the car.
Hey, what happened? What happened?
Okay,
You
let me
failed the
explain what
test.
happened.
What happened?
Let me explain what happened. The steering became rusty because I've not used it for a long time.
This is why we were talking about studying for the test. You got to study in a book and not use it first. Driving cars are not practical experience style. You got to read the manual first.
Yeah.
Read?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, GP. So when do you think you're gonna be ready for that? Because you're basically telling us that you're not ready for now to finding the one. So you don't think you're ready. And when do you think you'll be ready? Were you ready when you make decision to be with Bishop? Did you feel you were ready at that moment?
Yes, but then it's like a process, right? So I don't think it should be like a question you should ask, like, when do you think you'll be ready? Because it's a process. Like, for me, I had to consider my career, I had to consider my spiritual life, I had to consider the baggage I had in my past, so many things, right? So it has to come with like healing, forgiveness, a lot of things. Yeah, so that one, only God can tell when you can actually be ready. Yeah, but what I can say is you will know when you're ready. You actually know that, okay, I am in a position to actually be in a relationship. And usually it so happens that God actually brings someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think for the
Thank you for serving GP, by the way.
I think for the ladies, it's kind of different because it also takes the right guy in front of them for them to say yes. And it's like if you had been the one to propose, she's gonna say no. Even when I sing "I'm so in love," she's gonna say no. And then I'm gonna start singing. Dun, 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 dun. But then it's like the right guy in front of her on his knees proposing, and then it was easy for her to say yes. And then I also think, like, I know right now it's difficult for me to make that decision, but then with God, and then after I'm done with all those improvements I need in my life, I think, and also with the right girl, I think it's gonna be easy for me to make that conclusion that yes, I need to go after this one. I can see her in my future. Right now, I don't see anybody. I see myself and my mom.
All right. Katie, any thoughts?
I think it's 20 minutes. Yeah, I was just about to say we're going to wrap it. We're going to wrap it up, guys, for this episode. And we're going to do a part 2 soon, right? I just want to say I didn't talk at all for the last 20 minutes. Guys, please, I have some good advice. Just wait for me in the next video.
I was coming to you.
If you were that one guy that was roasting me on the internet, I'm coming for you in the next video.
I was coming to you, Katie. Hang in there, Katie.